my seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. No! Yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Pray to you for my seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die, then this was all...
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my... Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles, barely.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Ah, very glad indeed.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. apparently didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice. Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
This is barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind like to feel useful, don't they? Hopefully, you'll never have to find out.
The ship creaks beneath you. Somewhere on board, there must be a way to get it moving.
Let's set sail while the wind still favors us. After all this bathing in blood, I'd like to bathe in the sun.
This was a Magister ship. Let's proceed with caution. Who knows what they have hidden away below decks?
You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better. Our entire mission will have been for nothing if we don't escape from here. We have to get this ship moving!
Now is not the time for that. I can't use this now. Now is not the time for that.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves. I might actually get a good night's sleep.
Now is not the time for a bath.
Is there not enough reason to speed away? If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers. The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply told them to be gone from my lands. I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I may have used it several times. Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be. Is that so? I need to travel to the Black Pits oil field, near Reaper's Coast. But my attempts at staying under the cover, given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various... Very well. Let's be off. Something isn't right. I think my helmet can tell when I've consumed sauce.
Sweet Divine. Oh.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves. I might actually get a good night's sleep.
Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing. The old band back together again, hmm? I guess that depends, doesn't it? Look at me. Hard. What do you see?
Lohse leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
But I'm not the same, am I? I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks. I can hear its thoughts. It isn't out for blood. It's out for pain. Domination. Total domination. I was wrong to think I could hold it off. I might hurt you. I might hurt anyone. Could you stop me? Really stop me, if it came to that?
You keep saying that. It won't save you.
Promise? Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey eyes.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody Divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
No, they had us down below, chained up in the dark. But the Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I heard chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood. All right then, just don't make me regret it. Hope you find something useful.
She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions, elf. Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Caucasus mate, Lady Vengeance.
The Magister pauses, takes a deep breath and...
Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Ranley.
A young Magister paces around. She notices...
Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot, so stow your questions. Magister Ranley.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
Prisoner or not, I swore an oath. Touch him again, and I'll kill you. Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Caucasus mate, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Caucasus mate of the...
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance. There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then...
I'm a good Magister, loyal, but Dallas, Something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know. I warned you not to touch him.
Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
What's this? I found something.
There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured and tormented, a six-sided shape carved upon its forehead. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it. The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood. The face vanishes. The door remains closed. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
I am summoned. Speak the password. Yes, and yes again.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. I'm an expert in healing, crafting, and more arcane practices. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. Oh, yes. And she could be a most cruel mistress, I'm sad to report.
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and half ruined them in the process. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature. All the sorts of things power-hungry despots love to do. She had me enchanted dead cat over there, so it would seem alive.
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm, his eyes on you the whole time.
But that damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur. No! Necromancy is an unsavory practice, not something to be trifled with lightly. This is but a cunning illusion of my own creation, nothing more.
His face abruptly creases into a smile.
But come now. Enough of Dallas and dead cats. You've taken this ship and granted my freedom. This is a happy moment. I'm afraid I cannot tell you what I do not remember. Could you pass me that copper wire just there?
An unseen force yanks the copper out of your grasp. Tarquin catches it and offers you a thin smile.
Butterfingers? I'm afraid I truly can't remember anything. Now, unless there's something else you want, I need to get back to my work. I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? Well, you're painting me into a corner here, friend. And I don't like to be cornered.
Let the creature live. He is hardly worth our time.
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe, but I can't judge him, yet.
Any enemy of Dallas can't be all that bad. Let's leave him to carry on his work.
Anyone who faced enslavement deserves our sympathy, not our blades. Leave him.
We're barely acquainted. Why should I tell you anything personal?
He stares at your scar for a long, probing moment.
Perhaps we can be of use to each other in time, Elf. We shall see. No! This piece is far beyond what those wretches could muster. This is something of my own design, to meet my own requirements. The Magisters left me weakened, but this will help give me the strength to carry on my work. I must admit, despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire her a little. So if you should cross paths again, be sure to leave her broken. You will not get another chance.
I'm a monster. I click and clack as I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like a snake's. I suffer.
What's this? I found something.
Pretty nice ship, eh?
Now is not the time for a bath. Those guards, victims.
Both, I fear.
Huh. This looks like a teleporter pyramid. Could certainly come in handy.
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
This is written in ancient lizard script. It appears to be a soul. Another pyramid.
I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness. I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness. I'm glad you decided to put that moment of doubt behind you. The last thing we need here is more unpleasantness.